One of the things about John that we've been talking about for a couple of years now are the sock accounts on Twitter. And he's so obvious about it because you get Yankee fan and Maple Leaf fan and Twitty Police and all these guys, all they care about is Stuttering John. So whether someone's talking bad about John and they have to go on there and go, no, that's not the case, or if it's just some other big thread that's going on Twitter and these guys jump in and go, you should go on Stuttering John's podcast. You're like, why would someone care so much about Stuttering John's podcast unless they're Stuttering John? Well, finally, John admits he had a lot of sock accounts.
Because then the guy goes, hey, are you, I don't know, Twitty or something? I go, look. Because really, just like Lady Kmart, when he asked me, was this sock account yours? Was this sock account? Dude, I was fucking sock hop crazy. I made so many, I don't even know the names of them anymore. Somebody like Lady K, were you Yankee? Were you Toronto? I'm like, I don't remember. Why? Because I made so many.
Think about that for an excuse. You're before the judge, you're like, did you murder Mr. and Mrs. Smith? I don't know if I murdered Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I murdered so many fucking people. Think I'm keeping track of that shit? I called John out for having sock accounts. He's just like, I don't know. He never sit there and go, yeah, no, I had sock accounts. He's just like, oh, I don't know. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I've had so many sock accounts. What kind of excuse is that?
Yeah.
John, and the problem is, again, and I say this all the time, if John would just fess up, like we all know it, we all see what's happening. You're bad at this. We all know that they're your sock accounts. You denied it. You loved laying into Howard Stern when Howard Stern told his staff to create Twitter accounts and message celebrities. You should go on the Howard Stern show. John's like, that's pretty small.
Yeah, I know. I wonder where you got that idea.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And then he calls out Howard Stern for doing that, acting like it's the craziest thing someone could do, and then John does it. So later on in this same episode, this is what's so nuts about John. This same episode, he's talking about when he was texting with Vinny. Vinny was sitting right where you were, Andy, and we were doing point dabble point. And
that's why this chair's broken?
Sorry about that.
Okay.
And Vinny and Phil Elmore were going at it. And so John was constantly texting Vinny information to say to Phil Elmore. And, the famous story, of course, is that there were 8 texts in a row and Vinny never responded to him. So that's when John's like, well, I'm not going to the meeting. We're not friends anymore, whatever. Even though all of the texts were like in the moment. But John's explaining what those texts were saying.
He was claiming I'm the one that got Shuli's sponsor taken down. I didn't do that. I had nothing to do with that. So I was texting him, Vince, I didn't do anything like that. Then I was like, Vince, I don't have any sock accounts. I was trying to give him intel to fight that fat fuck Phil back.
That's funny because earlier in this episode, you talked about how many sock accounts you had, more than you could keep track of. You can't even remember all your sock accounts. And then, before you admitted that, you were texting Vinny to say you don't have any sock accounts. So you were lying.
Yeah.
John, you're a liar. And it's obvious. We all know it. I'll give you another example of that. Another lie that comes up in this same episode. Now, as we know, Rocco, a.k.a. Tukey, El Horrible, Bedabbler, the guy's name's Rocco. He doesn't care that that's out there. But John's been putting out some sensitive information about Rocco, including his address. And John loves weaponizing information.
We did get Rocco Burrows' address. We did. That we know is true. I know his wife's name, his kids' names, everything. Am I going to do anything with it now? No.
Then why'd you get it? Just to be creepy?
Or why bring it up even?
And why even bring it up? Yeah. I know his kids' names?
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, well, you're just being a creep.
So I could bring it up later when I feel like I want to.
Am I going to do anything? It's likely.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so fast forward, he has Cardiff on the show, and Cardiff's calling him out for all the doxing that he's doing. And we covered it on the emergency episode we did on Monday, where we showed on his Twitter, he's putting out every real name he thinks he has. He's putting hashtag Hamilton. He had a photo of someone's house he's putting out there. He's just trying to menace people with all this doxing. So Cardiff calls him out on that. And you just heard him say he knows Rocco's address, his wife's name, his kids' names, Now he says this.
I didn't fucking give his address out.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You put up in a super chat more than once.
His address?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I don't know his address.
You do.
He's insane. His lies have gotten so bad lately.
I just love Cardiff so much, though.
Yeah, Cardiff killed it on this episode. We're going to get into that. Cardiff did a very good job. This is not an easy thing to do. Trying to reason with an unreasonable person like John. Not an easy thing to do. Cardiff did a great job. And so right there, John goes, we know Rocco's address. And then Cardiff goes, yeah, why'd you dox Rocco? You put his address up. I don't even know his address. I mean, he just earlier admitted that you did.
Minutes ago.
Yeah, it's 30 minutes has passed by, John.
You didn't just say it. You flexed over it.
Yes, I know. He's all proud of himself over it. All right, so now John's going to explain that he doesn't have a problem with Cardiff, which is weird because he was just striking Cardiff's channel, and they seem to be having an issue.
That's how I bust balls.
But this is hilarious because listen to what he says right after talking about how he had all these sock accounts that he was lying about all that time.
I don't have a problem with Cardiff. So I removed the strike on Cardiff because Cardiff emailed me. He ain't going to put it up. If he does, then he's not a man, of his word. I am.
He's a man of his word. This liar who keeps lying all the fucking time.
Maybe that's the word.
He's a man of his word. He's insane. And I know he'll watch this and he'll go, yeah, but it was different. I had to lie. It's everyone against me. Like, he always has a reason why he's allowed to lie and no one else is allowed to lie.
That was different.
That was different. I did it because I like to lie, but I don't like to lie and I can't lie. But I do lie a lot.